Are you dating an ENFP or would you like to date an ENFP? Then this video is for you because today I'm going to tell you how to date an ENFP. Hello and welcome back. My name is Mindy, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do it because every week I post 2 videos and I talk a lot about ENFPs, INTJs, Myers-Briggs and other tools that I offer on my channel. Also, I want to say thank you before I start to the people that has donated for the coffees during the past 11 months that I'm making YouTube videos. And I want to say thank you to Melanie, to Geert, to Prince Jonte, to John, and to many anonymous coffees that I have gotten. I want to tell you all that I do drink the coffees, and here I have one. And also the donations you do to my channel, they help me to pay for the softwares and the things I use to make this channel possible. And lastly, I offer one-on-one sessions, so check the information down below because as a coach, I use Myers-Briggs to help you to navigate your situations, problems, etc. by using the way you think as a tool, Myers-Briggs. And also, of course, I use other tools I've been using during the past decade with coaching clients, like neuroscience, like a holistic approach, and like and subscribe, don't forget. All right, so how to date an ENFP? We all know that the ENFP is someone spontaneous, fun, and many personality types actually like. I read the other day a couple of articles where they had some polls where other personality types would vote, or every personality type would vote for the most likable personality type. And the ENFP won overall, and that doesn't surprise me. So I know that the ENFP is, as a person, very fun and is very likable, but also as a partner, they can be someone that it's been told by other people, maybe it's bad that I say it as an ENFP myself, they can be a very cheerful partner, someone who is there supportive, who would brighten your day, and all of those things are things that I read and that I hear also through my coaching clients and people I know, ENFPs and who have ENFPs partner. Okay, so how to date these people? It's not that they are, from another galaxy or planet, but there are some key things I consider key things that everybody who dates an ENFP should know. All right, and I have a list, of course, because I don't want to lose the thread. And the number one thing I have here for today is that if you like them, but at the same time you don't like someone who is like very sociable and friendly and that makes you feel, insecure, or someone who is gonna want to go and explore and be curious, you should not date them. This is like a disclaimer. Don't date them if you don't like that, because many people like the ENFP because of these reasons, but when they are in a relationship with the ENFP, those are the same things that kind of backfires them, and they start feeling like, okay, when is this person going to stop being so restless, and they feel insecure because their ENFP partner wants to explore another career, another, I don't know, city, another certification or study, because they're explorative. And if you are not capable of being okay with that, do not date them. This is my most honest advice first and foremost. And why? Because this is who they are. And if they're gonna change, or you expect them to change that because you feel insecure, because you feel like you need someone who is more, whatever in your words can be balanced, although I don't think that of the ENFPs, but maybe that's what some words that people give to ENFPs, then you should not expect that they change, because if they change, they're going to be unhappy. And I'm telling you this as an ENFP myself, who has been in that situation when that partner was requesting that from me, and that just doesn't really work. And I want to say that first and foremost, okay? Number 2, notice them and their details and appreciate them. Because when the ENFP likes someone, that person really becomes their the object of their affection for real. Like the ENFP would use their extroverted intuition on that person to, come up with, things that they would like, to try to understand them, to put themselves like in their shoes and see where they're coming from, or to imagine the future of that person. How can they actually even help them somehow? They're gonna use that brainstorm in them because they really appreciate this person. So do notice, ENFPs normally would use this function, and they would use it in other things, but when they are dating someone, when they're romantically invested in someone, they will just put a lot of attention on that person, thinking what this person would like, and kind of being like a person of detail for that person. And I would say please appreciate it, because the ENFP is putting their energy and their attention on you, and this is not something small, because they can be using that energy in something else. In this initial phase, they will shower you and they will think of you a lot. So please appreciate that. And when I say appreciate that, notice that. Don't take it for granted because you think they're just fun and happy and that they use the brainstorming thing to help you out or to think of things that you would like. Don't take that for granted. They are really doing it specially for you. Their attention is really short and they could go and do that somewhere else, but they're doing it for you, okay? Number 3, freedom. Freedom is really important for the ENFP. So if you cage them, if you don't let them be who they are, if you are going to, put boundaries onto, their creative minds and stuff like that, if you are going to want to decide when they're going to do something, in the most extreme cases, when people is dominant and they will say like, yes, I don't want you to see this person or this person, that's not going to work. Whatever is going to cut the freedom of the ENFP will create a distance between the two of you. Maybe this is not something that immediately will happen, because the ENFP, if they are in love with you and they care about you, they can tend to try to please you, but eventually they're going to become someone they're not, and they're going to be very dissatisfied with who they are, with who they have become, and eventually their relationship will end, either because the ENFP ends it or because the relationship is just not working for the two people because of this lack of freedom, okay? Number 4, trust them. And I will want to stress this, please trust them, because as I say in other video that I'm gonna quote right now, they can come across as flirtatious. Go and check out my video about why are ENFPs flirtatious. I'm gonna put it up here. And the thing is, if you're someone who tends to be like really insecure about what your partner is doing, and again just like lack of freedom and telling them or calling them 10 times a day, checking what they're doing, and on top of that you think that they're flirting with everybody, that's just not gonna work. The ENFP is someone, as I said at the beginning, very explorative. They are very friendly and sociable, and they just have like their own inner world that is kind of full and filled, and they want to share that also with other people, not only with you. Of course, with you, if you're dating them, it's going to be romantic, but then they're going to want to share that with friends and with sometimes people they meet at the grocery store and on YouTube and on Instagram, and that's just their nature. If you're going to feel insecure because or whatever amount of time they're spending on, I don't know, let's say Instagram, creating stories, for instance, and I am one of them, guilty myself. If there is someone who feels insecure because of that, then it's really not going to work. As I said, trust in every possible scenario is something that is needed for when in a relationship and dating an ENFP. Number 5, make their lives easier, so they can continue to be their amazing selves. So if you are someone who expects from the ENFP to be super uber organized, for instance, and you're going to, keep poking them like, oh, why are you not, I don't know, organizing everything in your apartment or whatever. That creates a burden, because that's not who the ENFP is. And I'm not saying the ENFP is going to be always disorganized and they're always going to be a chaos, but I can see that repeated times, the relationships of the ENFPs that thrive, most of them are with partners who understand, not only understand their nature, but who helps them to be more, I don't know, organized, to be on time with things, or, so if you're not someone who displays these characteristics, it doesn't mean that you cannot be together, but don't expect from the ENFP something that you would want from a partner that's not the ENFP. Instead, what the ENFP needs is someone who makes their life easier. If you notice that they have a hard time being on time with their taxes or with some like daily chores, which is natural for the ENFP, I'm not telling you to do it for them, but don't make it also a burden. And instead, you can just make a kind reminder of what they could do to be on time or how they can handle things. And so make their life easier. And number 5, quality time is important for ENFPs. And I can say, like, yes, I've seen it in clients, I've seen it in friends, myself, and people I read online. Quality time tends to be something very high up on the priorities of the ENFP and the love language. So you would want to include like the time you spend together as adventures, exploring new things, maybe a new restaurant, or just going for a new hike somewhere. But also, quality time means for the ENFP intimacy and downtime together. So it's not that because you see the ENFP all extrovert, they want to only be doing things outside. What they want is you, and they want to have the experience of a lifetime of exploring you and your mind, you and yourself. And that they can do by, seeing a new national park with you, by going on a walk in whatever new city, or by going on a new whatever. But you can also do that by being together. And the ENFP is explorative, but it's explorative not like the other extroverts. They want to explore inwards as well. So make sure to include quality time to connect with them and to provide, that space that the ENFP needs to connect with you. So those are the 6 things I wanted to talk about today. So please leave your comments below and tell me about your experience dating ENFPs. And if you are an ENFP yourself, or if you are dating an ENFP yourself, I would like to hear if you agree with what I just explained in this video. For now, I'm going to leave you. Remember to please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, don't forget, @mindimalist. And for now, see you next time. Bye.